Hi, my name is Grace Millsap, and I'm the Director of Equity at Evolve Houston. At Evolve, we're focused on improving air quality and reducing greenhouse gas emissions by supporting and enabling the greater Houston area to increase EV adoption. Last year, we launched the eMobility Microgrant Initiative. This initiative uses a peer review process to award funding to local projects focused on addressing community mobility needs. Advancing equitable e-mobility comes down to education and awareness, access to a variety of clean mobility options, and the infrastructure to support transportation electrification so that all Houstonians can benefit. Here are some of our grantees to talk about their projects and the steps they are taking to advance equitable e-mobility.
My name is Troy Carter, representing Edison Arts Foundation. We are a community arts foundation located in Fort Bend, Houston area of complete communities. Our overall project is a comprehensive revitalization project that's repurposing 12.5 acres into a complete community of housing, affordable housing, a performing art, a cultural arts center, and retail space with a healthcare clinic, restaurants. And it's going to change the community, providing over 100 jobs. We are excited about our partnership with Evolve Houston because it allows us to also bring more technology and green technology to the community, using it as an educational tool for the local elementary schools and high schools in the area to let them see green technology in their community. It was a great opportunity to provide technology to an area that has been over time neglected, that didn't have technology of that nature. And we want to educate our youth to the benefit of having those technologies in their community where they can see it and touch it, and not see it in a book and not realize what it really is. So if they can see this and they can then make a connection to, oh, that's an electric car, that's the future.
Houston is definitely a car-prone city, but how do we start to shift the mindset and perspective of community members on different modes of transportation? So we do that with our Growth Skills Academy, with engaging Black and brown youth around green jobs, specifically around electric transportation, and how could this actually be a career pathway for them. So our project is mainly about how do we start to really educate Black and brown youth on electric transportation, but also give them the resources and opportunities to engage in those activities, purchase a EV vehicle, but also actually have tangible experience with an electric vehicle. Especially with Black and brown communities, we are the last to know or the last to experience new technologies. So with Grow, we're all about how do we start to prioritize the communities that need these modes of transportation first, but also the most as well.
When you think about it, it's very hard when you don't have a car to go grocery shopping because unless you live on a bus line, that means you have to walk to a bus stop, get to the right bus to take you to HEB, and then you have to carry all of that back to get on that bus and then walk back home when it drops you off at that other stop, which means that you can only buy what you can carry, which means that there's more frequent trips. And so we were looking for a way, and RIDE eliminates all of that because they pick you up at your front door and they take you to the grocery store. And if you get to a point where you can time this out, by the time you get through your checkout, the ride will be there waiting for you. And there's a place for your groceries. And now maybe you're shopping for a week's worth of grocery as opposed to a couple of days. One point is to get the people around in Third Ward to get to the grocery store to go get their medicine. We also want to mobilize them for those people that have to leave Third Ward. And so if you can get them from their front door to a transit station, now they have access to all of Houston, and it kind of enhances Metro as far as ridership goes. We have been dealing with this food desert here in Third Ward for a long time. And so we've been trying to figure out how to attack that. And so when we heard about RIDE, we got extremely excited about it and thought this is an answer for this part of the food desert that we're dealing with. So
there's a huge issue with mobility and access to food. So then I thought about when I saw this grant opened up, I was like, oh, what if we got an e-bike? Because, you know, we're talking about electric mobility, and a wagon, and we could deliver food from the different pantries to the seniors in the community that it's inaccessible, food is inaccessible. Good afternoon, I'm Kathy Dale, and welcome to the Manor House. This is where we like to say magic happens. Oh my goodness, we feed maybe 40 to 50 families a week. That depends on, you know, their need, but one time monthly, we feed them. We work with Trey and Sean on his lovely bike, and our clients, they just love it. It's gone from maybe 2 clients a day from him to maybe 4. He sometimes makes 2 trips because he has so much, you know, to deliver, and our clientele with him is building every week. We've equipped him to be able to come and just pick up what he needs, and we have everything ready for him, and he loads his cart and we send him on his way equipped with a bottle of water and well wishes. All the clients are like, stay hydrated, man. And just recently, one of our clients came in on the ride lift service. She came in on the ride lift service. So we're all for using as many resources as we can and empowering our clients and this community that we are not going to be a food desert. We want to be a food mecca. Actually, they live in a food mecca. They just don't know, and they don't have access, and that's what we try to do. Many times, the people that we serve that need the food can't access the food, and they may only be 2 or 3 blocks away, but you know, the elderly, they may be sick, they may be taking care of young children. And the mass transit in Houston is not good, you know, so a 3-block bus ride could easily take 40 minutes.
You know, Houston is the largest city, and we have a metro bus, but not it's connecting from one side of Houston to another one. So if you don't drive, you'll be limited to ride a bus. So you have to look for a job only in that route where the bus can take you. But if you are able to drive, you will have more opportunity. With the Evolve grant, we purchased one Nissan Verse fully electric vehicle. So now we are training our client with the electrical vehicle, which is no more fuel. Plus no more mechanical costs. With this green vehicle, we can really serve much people. So right now, we are set to serve about 350 clients. With the Evolve project, with the electrical car, the cost is low, but we'll serve up to 400 clients now. So once we certify them, and we train them properly, and we make them a safe driver, that will increase actually their employment opportunity.
Transportation is essential to access jobs, education, and resources, all critical factors in forming the foundation of equal opportunity and resiliency. EVs and other forms of e-mobility offer a novel opportunity to catalyze a new era of community-driven mobility solutions and develop a better, cleaner, and more equitable transportation system. Achieving equitable e-mobility is a monumental task, but it's got to start somewhere. EVs and electric mobility shouldn't be just for some, but all Houstonians.
The project that I was thankfully granted or awarded through Evolve Houston is to help bring charging infrastructure for electric vehicles to disadvantaged communities. And this will be in apartments such as the Complete Communities in Houston, trying to bring electric car charging stations to those places so everyday renters can have a place to charge, and actually, if they're not already driving electric, gives them the kind of opportunity to drive electric. So to me, this was really important because ever since, I've been in the EV infrastructure business for almost 10 years now, and I firsthand experienced the problem of not being able to switch over to electric because the places I've lived, where I was a renter, didn't have EV charging stations. And so for me, it's been a driving force to say, hey, I want to be able to solve that for people so more people can drive electric. People see electric vehicles as high-end and like a luxury lifestyle when in fact it can happen for everybody. What I think gets missed is that there's a large population in the US that is renters, whether that be a condo, an apartment. And so we're trying to really fill that gap where everybody can charge at home, which for a lot of people is apartments. So that's really the name of the game here. I really think the impact of being able to go into these apartments in disadvantaged communities will help really start shining the light of like, hey, this isn't just Class A luxury properties doing it. This is happening across the board. And I think you start slowly, as they say, the chips will fall, right? Or the cards will fall. You get this into one, disadvantaged community, the lights start to click for everybody and say, hey, this property down the street or this one started putting in charging stations. They had one driver, grew to 3, we're just gonna start seeing that happen, I think, at a faster rate than most people are aware of.
Congratulations to our first round of grantees. Applications for round 2 are now open. If you're interested in learning more, check the description below.